I'm going to try this and see if it works. I'm trying to record a little video here breaking down a tone poem session in case it might be of interest to anyone. This is from January 5th. It's entitled Even Our Whisper. All of my titles come from the works of the poet E.E. Cummings. So as I'm reading through, I find lines that I like from his work, and those for many years have been the titles, just fragments of E.E. Cummings. So what we're going to try to do here, I hope it'll play, is break down a little bit how I do these things. So you can see these are all guitars, and we have, I don't know, 28 tracks it looks like. They're divided up into sections. The way I do things is you'll see these groups. So in the case of this group here, so from here, all bus 1. So all of this is one group of instruments or part, and they have no output here. They're all being bused to a bus, and that bus number 1 is here. So I'm giving them a little boost of gain, some equalization, and some smoothing out with this equalizer. Furthermore, this group of instruments is being bused yet again to bus number 3, which is a kind of lexicon style reverb that I quite like. So if we hear these guys, I think this will be it. Yeah. You can see that bus 1 is lighting up, and bus 3 is lighting up, and our final stereo output, which is what the mix is, gets lit up here. So I also have a gain plugin, a little EQ, and a little smoothing out EQ. This is the Soothe 2 plugin. I do use it a lot these days, and I set it pretty high. You can hear it. I hope you can hear. Kind of remove some harshness in the mid-range. It's how I have it set, around 2K, 1K, 4K, the harsher frequencies of electric guitar. Here's without, and there's with. It's a real handy tool. So now, then we're going to come into this section here. And these are all recorded, for the most part, spontaneously in the morning when I wake up. I just take a guitar, plug it in, get a sound that I am inspired by somewhat, and then just start playing. So the first idea here of this whole thing was this here. Let's see if it'll play. And then I doubled these with some guitars playing some other intervals down here. Same rhythmic figure, but different interval groups. Now you might hear on a lot of these recordings a lot of panning. So let's see if I can make this clear. So this first part, sorry, I'll take these away. Just going to be a bass note, and it's panned, you can see, off to the left. Then we have a second part that's going to be on the after beats, and that's straight up the middle. And then another part that's panned off to the right here. So the composite sounds like it's all being played together, more or less. But those are all individual notes. Then these guys down here, I think I doubled that phrase with one guitar. I did, and then harmony on top. And then overlaid a little melody that I just played spontaneously, one take. And if we look at these guys, they are on bus number 2. Again, no output. I always send things to buses. So output number 2, which is here, it's got a little compression because I want to even out the dynamics of the rhythmic part and kind of gel it all together. And then it has no send for reverb. I felt I wanted to keep the definition. Let's see if we go to here. So it's going to be these guys now. That's using the attack decay pedal from Electro Harmonics, and these are all individual parts. I'll see if I can find them. And they're all panned. And I just make these parts up on the spot, responding to the harmony and seeing what my hands might spontaneously do. Little lower part as well. And then a bass part. And then they're all of a sudden going to go into this little group of guitars. So a couple of EBow parts, parallel fourths, along with these little guys. So these are chords that I find, and then I stack a bunch of other intervals on top. I'll try to break this down for a second. So here's one part. It's an F over A with the attack decay pedal coming in. I think this was an F at 11. Then I added these guys. So some fifths and fourths. And then what? Those are the harmony EBows. So there's 2 hits of that, and then you'll see, oh, I didn't fade them out. If things get too noisy at the end, here, that kind of thing, I'll often fade parts out if I hear background noise or something that's a little annoying. Pardon me. So now, so these are little bell guitars, and pardon me, you'll see they're all panned. This is bus 1. Guitars with tremolo on them. I try to keep the stereo out level right around -12. It's okay if it gets up into the yellow a tiny bit for me. Often when I'm uploading to iMovie, in order to make the final tone poem with the little film outside my window that you see. I will have to reduce the volume in iMovie. It seems to take it in pretty hot with compression. I'm sorry, I have a cough right now. And some little harmonies. And that's all generated from the first part. So usually the way things go, in any stack, it's the first note that springs the whole thing for me. So once I played this, little space, and it continues. So a whole little phrase there. Here's the next part, which waits a second. And then harmonies. And these are real spontaneous. I'm not working them out. It's just I play something and I think it's okay. One thing I wanted to point out about these bells is they're all recorded individually. If you watch the lights here, you'll see it. Ding, 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 ding. There's 8 of them. And I just count. So I play the first note, and then I react. I wanted eight notes. Bing, da, 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 da. So it's an 8-part little chord. And I just make them up as I go. It starts with an A, C sharp, G, E, D, B, G with a low bass note as well. So those are all recorded individually. Then, as you can see after this, we get a little interlude. And then our intro, arpeggiated guitars come in with that EBow theme. So that was cut and paste from the beginning. I repeated it. And what we're going to do is play that once through, and it's going to end with the intro sound that you heard, which was these kind of bubbling, all tremolos at different rates. I just have a tap tempo, so I can really quickly change the tempo of these things. So kind of extended little dominant chord there. Anything else? That's about it, really. I did want to talk about the bussing, not using normal outs, but bussing everything, and then treating all the guitars in one section as one thing. So giving them the same kind of EQ. I'll look at the... So that's a flat EQ. I didn't do anything. Didn't do anything there. I do find that a gain plugin is one of the best things on any channel. So there I did a lot. I lopped off a lot of high end because it was hissy a little bit, and there wasn't a lot of information in that section in the high end. So I just rolled off the bass and got rid of it. So I hope this is a little bit interesting for someone out there. And if you have any questions, let me know. I hope this has been helpful in some way. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I wish you, as always, a very good day.